Okay, I'm in my kitchen and I am going to take care of this today. You see that dark discoloration where I guess some pictures used to be when the previous owner lived here. How all around it it's dark. I guess that was the original color of the wall and it's gone now. And yeah, another one there. And I've just decided that I've had enough. So I'm going to take care of it today. I'm going to go ahead and sand these walls, these little small sections of wall, and paint them. And shame on me for not doing it sooner. But when your house looked the way ours did when you first moved in, it's hard to decide what to do first, and there's always something to do. So I'm just now getting around to it. Alrighty. Okay, I just finished sanding the walls. Maybe I'm not close enough. Let's see. Much smoother.
Show them what not to do. Don't do this.
People ask me, why do I sand before I paint? Because I have on my walls spider texture. This wall has just been sanded, and you can see all the little places where it was raised with texture. I have spider texture. See, this wall has not been sanded yet. And you can see the texture, the thick texture that's on there. So that's why I'm sanding before I paint, because that's what I have to do to get a smooth wall. Okay, so this is how the wall is looking today. I painted it. I'm sure you can tell. Hope you can tell. You can see dark marks or light marks from dirt or pictures or whatever the heck was going on with that. Yeah, I think it looks way better. Back on the switch yet, but I think it looks way better. And so you see we have this paneling here. I was asking my husband, what he wanted to do with it, if he wanted to, sand it and stain it. We get creative with our paneling around here. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is actually painting it because, he said he thinks staining it would be like overkill as far as staining in here. So I'm going to go ahead and paint it, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like then. Okay, so since I decided that I'm going to paint this section of paneling, what I'm going to do is go through with a damp cloth and, wipe, clean as much off as I can. This is a little paint from me painting earlier today, which doesn't matter because I'm about to paint over it anyway, so stop stressing me about it, would you? Anyway, yeah, I'm going to clean as much of it as possible. See, look at that. Get as much gunk off as possible before I paint, so that my paint job will not come out looking bad. So yeah, I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. Wow, check out this color. It's so dark. It's been so long since I bought it, I forgot what it looks like. Look, let me bring it over to the light. See, now it looks all light because I'm standing in the light, but it is actually kind of dark. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Dust all over my chairs. Floor is all dirty. So what? It's a construction zone in here. Chill out. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how it looks when I put it on there. Okay, so I just went over this with the paintbrush, and so far it's just looking like a horrible mess. And I know my husband's gonna come home and say, "What did you do?" See, it was all good when I just painted the wall. That looks nice, but this looks like a hot mess. So I'm gonna try to fix it in the next 10 minutes. Because that's when he'll be here. Alrighty then. That's what it used to look like. So I guess it's looking better. You guys let me know if you like the color or not, or if it looks crazy. Okay. Okay, this is the paneling in my kitchen. This is the color that it was. And I was just having a hard time painting over it, using way too much paint, doing way too many coats. So I broke down and went and got myself some primer today. Primer. I'm gonna paint this side with some primer and then paint it and see how it comes out. Alrighty then. Okay, here we are back at our wall of paneling. And to our left we have the section that was primed with one coat and then painted with one coat. And the section that was not primed and it was just repeatedly painted over and over again with God knows how many coats. And I can honestly say, have I learned my lesson to prime first? No, I have not. I have not learned my lesson to prime first because I feel like priming, is a waste of time at times. And for me, this didn't come out any better. I'm still gonna have to go over this with several coats. This is one coat of primer, one coat of paint. I could have opted to do a second coat of primer before starting to paint it, but I didn't do that. I just figure if I'm gonna do many coats anyway, it might as well be of paint. Because obviously this side came out nice. I think it looks really good. I can't wait to change my floor, my goodness. But it's good to be working on a floor that you don't care about, so you don't have to clean up paint and all that stuff. Anyway, this side came out looking really nice, and so I didn't lose anything by not using primer on this side. And this side we will determine later. But yeah, that's the color that it used to be. I'm sure you guys will see that in the video when I chop everything together. Alright. Okay, I would have posted this video sooner, but I could not post this video in good conscience without first eating my words and retracting my statement about primer. Okay, so this section I did not prime. You guys know that. This section I primed with one coat of primer. Now this section over here, I don't know if you guys can see that with the brown around it. This section over here I did not paint more than one coat of paint. Over here where I primed one coat of primer, painted one coat of primer, I painted several coats. I guess maybe 3 coats of paint. Over here with no primer, I must have painted, I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 10 coats of paint. I mean, It was more than 5, but I guess less than 10. This over here, where I painted 2 coats of primer, I only had to use 1 coat of paint to get the same coverage. Also over here, 2 coats of primer, 1 coat of paint to get the same coverage. So I am retracting my statement about primer. Primer is worth it. If you want to waste paint and waste time, then don't use primer. If you want to save your expensive paint, use primer. If you want to save time, use primer. If 1 coat is not enough, which it wasn't, then use 2 coats of primer. And it's like having a blank slate. I'm telling you, it really cut my time in half painting this paneling. I mean, in more than half, because I would have had to have used so many coats to get the same coverage that I got with 2 coats of primer and 1 coat of paint. I just had to tell you guys that. All right. Hope you like how the job turned out. I like it so far. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with my trim, if I'm going to leave it brown or paint it the same color tan. I don't know. I'm still kind of working that out. So, but I think it looks pretty good, all the same color tan. So I'll probably go ahead and knock that little piece of trim out after I finish this video. All right, you guys, take care.